Internet. Oh, we're back. Probably on another stream. Damn, man. Same stream or no? We got internet. I don't know if we're on the same stream or what is going on. It might be on a new stream. I think so. Let me see. Hey, guys. Our first stream got shut down because of this internet over here. Cox. Cox. But it's back up and running, and it'll probably be shut down again. So I don't know. We'll keep talking to you guys until this is part 2. Let me see if I can find.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it right now.
The new stream. The new stream, man. Part 2. Oh, what a pain in my ass.
Here we go. It's right here.
What a pain in my ass.
Oh, wait. No, that's not it.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to pull the chat room up, talk to you guys. We're going to deliver the news, and we're going to keep the party going. Unfortunately, you know, this shit happens. I don't know what to say, but stand by.
Okay, I think I got it.
Stand by, peoples. Oh, what a pain in my ass. So, yeah, our internet is really bad. Like, really bad. Chat is disabled for this live stream.
That's the old live stream.
So, I'm trying to look for the new one. So, I can pull you guys together, you know? Which one is it? 32 watching. Is it this one?
Yeah.
Hey, Wesley, thank you for the sub. All right, here we go. This is this one. All right, so part 2. Part 2 of the show. All right. See what happens? You start talking about sweets. Cox Cable gets mad. Says, don't talk about sweets. How dare you? So what we're doing, we might as well tell the peoples what we're going to be doing. Is tomorrow we're getting 200-foot long Ethernet cables, and we're going to literally just run them down the stairs.
Throughout the entire house.
Living room, dining room. It's fucking crazy. Because Cox will not come in here and hook up our fiber. So.
Because they're pussies.
They're big
afraid
pussies.
of the coronavirus. Coronavirus.
All right, so let's just do this. We're going to get into the news. We'll talk about
it's
some more
so funny.
shit.
All these other like technicians and electricians and pest control and contractors, they'll come into your house, but not Cox. No, not Cox.
Because they're a bunch of quacksuckers.
God forbid if they have to walk into someone's house during a pandemic and do their job.
During a pandemic.
Kainoto.
You can't be an old fook like Moss and not look the way he does without having a good amount of discipline. Good for you, Moss. Kick the sugar habit and lay down the pipe. Now lean in and line your hips up against the eggplant. Eggplant, left pointing finger.
There you go. Thank you, Mr. Birthday Boy. Appreciate that. That's right. You know, sometimes you got to fucking do these things. Things that you don't like to do in order to stay alive. I was thinking about it today. I kind of want to stay alive, you know, for a decent amount of time. That'd be nice. So let's take life serious. And let's eat healthy. And try to stay alive for the MMA-Holes.
Yeah, see?
All right. So just talk to the people as I try to fix this, because I'm just kind of like fixing shite.
THC equals weight loss. Damn it, I didn't think the eggplant would be that far. Fook. Sebastian says Conor versus Khabib 2 or GSP versus Khabib. Which one's the bigger fight? Conor Khabib 2, I would argue.
I mean, GSP
that one's going to make the most money, at least.
Versus Khabib would be huge. But yeah, I'm with you. I think Conor versus Khabib would make. I mean, that would make a lot of money, GSP. Yeah. But he's been out of the game for a little bit. I think all the casuals now, like the newer fans, don't even give a fuck about GSP.
Also, because Conor talked mad shit. He got his ass beat. There was a post-fight melee that occurred. There's just a lot of bad blood still there. So I think it would make the most sense, Conor Khabib too.
What do you think in the chat? Actually, it's a good question.
Nonsense, drunk bro. GSP versus Khabib does 3 million. B Pen, good call. Jesse, are you on the Khamzat train? After all, he is an undefeated fighter. Yes. And thank you for the side-handed jab, Justin. Live and Logic says choke the chicken. Remy Rems says they used Conor to boost the UFC up. Cayman Ryder Moss made weight at one point while Darren Till didn't.
Remember that, Jess? That's actually pretty funny.
The stream with your shirt off?
Yeah. Where I was like, I'm ready to go. I'm here sitting at 170. That's right. I saved that card. It's a good memory right there. I forgot about that.
Let's see. He was the best. GSP versus Khabib would be a great fight. Lots of money. Savage bro, why would you say that? I say that all the time, but I hope you haven't gotten bad news. What does the chat say? What does the chat say? JBH for life. Life and logic for life and logic. I would hate to be Khabib's first opponent after all this. ... We needs the gym to open. Elite BJJ and some of the best hands. GSP versus Khabib, biggest fight in MMA history. Prime BJ Penn versus Khabib would be fire.
GSP versus Khabib, biggest fight in MMA history. I mean, it'd be pretty big. But like I said before, they could market it. They could sell a lot of pay-per-views with GSP. GSP used to be a big draw back in the day. But like I said, he's been retired. And you have the hardcores. And listen, I was at 217. The place is really buzzing for GSP when he beat Michael Bisping. But I do feel that I think Conor is just a huge, a bigger superstar name. You know what I'm saying? That GSP is like the GOAT. But Conor as a name, I feel would get more pay-per-view sales. But regardless, I would like to see both. I wouldn't give a shit. All right, let's...
Olenek or Lewis? Olenek.
You're picking Olenek over Lewis, huh?
I'd pick Olenek, yeah.
He did look good in his last fight.
I gotta pee again. Are you almost done?
I think. I don't know. I'm just going to fix as we go along. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to do the news, and hopefully the internet holds up. I am not optimistic, so if it gets shut down again, we're just going to shut this shit show down. But thank you for coming back to the stream. Appreciate it. And tomorrow we should have the connection a little bit better, and we'll be back to not falling apart. But coronavirus is really a piece of shit. And so is
Can you give us your best Valley Girl accent?
Like, oh my God. My God. My God. My God. Really? Look at that butt. Oh my God.
Points Mystic, playful face.
Thank you, Roberto. I had to help Ariel out over there. I mean, Jesus. You know, when you get into the new studio, you got to be able to do things like that. It's a necessity. Slapping asses on the show. Maybe Jesse could slap some ass too. Yeah. Thank you, Roberto Hernandez with the points to the boys. Thank you. That was wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Holy shit.
Shopping during a pandemic.
D-Rest.
You shall stay, if you want to, but first, stop raising your eyebrows. That places lines on your face, and if you stop they will go away. Take it from a 100-year-old teenager.
Wait, you shall stay if you want to, but first stop raising your eyebrows. That places lines. Oh, I have lines all over my face. Yeah, I'm like, I got scars, lines. I'm all fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right, so yeah, we got a bunch of news to get into. We have a fight this weekend. we have a fight this weekend to talk about. A fight night between Brunson and Shabazian. Shabazian, the young 22 stud, the stallion, fighting Brunson, who's like, wait a second, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. Big matchup here instead of the Holly Holm versus I don't know. Aldana fight. You have Joanna Calderwood taking the fight against Jennifer Maia. Joanna was supposed to be fighting for the belt, Shevchenko, and then took this fight against this big forehead. Risky. Luque versus Randy Brown. That should be pretty fiery. That could be a fight of the night right there. Good stuff. We got Lando Vanata versus Bobby Green. Whoa, scrap fights. Like this. I'm liking this. Kevin Holland versus Trevin Giles. Hoofa. All these fights could be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to this fight night. That's going to be on 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Got Frankie Saenz versus Jonathan Martinez. Ed Herman, the Ginger versus Gerald Mearshart. That's an interesting one. Ray Borg back in the cage against Nate Maness. Eric Spicely, the CES guy, versus Marcus Perez. Oh, another man bun. Jamal Emmers versus Timur Valiev. Chris Gutierrez versus Cody Durden. And That's it. All right. So this Saturday, we'll be doing a Fight Buddies on this channel. Hope everyone can be in attendance and join us and be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Jesse. We are moving on to the news. Let's give the people the news before we get shut down from the Cox.
Okay. So Khabib Nurmagomedov shares his time frame for the GSP fight. So we already know that. We already talked about how he posted that he's going to fight Justin Gaethje and then he's going to fight GSP. So we don't really have to hit on that any further if you don't want to, Moss.
All right.
And Dana White obviously says that he's open to Khabib facing GSP as his final UFC fight. So, like I said, not impossible to see GSP at 155.
The boss would like that, right? Smash. Do you think... forget it. We spoke about it enough on the... If you want to hear more about our conversation with GSP and Khabib, go back to the first half of the stream. It's already processed on our channel.
Tony Ferguson is open to fighting Conor McGregor or Dustin Poirier in his return. So we were talking about, based off the rankings, who would be next for, who wins against Gaethje and Khabib. Well, since Ferguson's not on that list, who's next for Ferguson? And according to Ferguson, it's Conor.
Well, he's been, listen, he did the whole chicken thing, this and that, and losing to Gaethje. I think that fight does make sense to everyone but Conor.
Yeah.
I don't think Conor's going to take that, but it would be a fiery fight.
Can I see the rankings again?
You sure can, Jess.
So Ferguson is still above Conor, though, right?
Yes.
So it would make sense for Conor.
Well, you want to play... I could play Nudnik right now. And Conor coming off a loss, even though it's Cowboy, and yeah. But he did come off a win. And Tony is coming off... Your hair is coming all over... Why is your hair all over my hands? You're shedding. And what was I going to say? And Ferguson's coming off a loss. That's going to play a part. Conor's going to use that. He's not fighting Kukui. It just financially doesn't make any sense for Conor. Now, if Conor was like all about the season and all that shit, like he was talking about before, that went out the window when COVID came. So now it's just like he's just hanging out for a big payday. That's what he's hanging out for. So I just don't see Conor taking that fight. I see Tony, yes, wanting it. I see the UFC saying, yeah, this would be fun. But Conor's not going to take it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. It's just not a good business move for him.
All right. Tito Ortiz is reportedly running for Huntington Beach City Council.
Oh, my God. Remind me to stay away from Huntington Beach. Because this... Could you imagine? Oh, my God.
Well, Donald Trump tweeted about it.
What did he... Oh, God. Oh, yeah, they're buds, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. So Tito Ortiz intends to run for city council in his hometown of Huntington Beach, California. TMZ noted that 3 council seats will be open for the November elections and that Ortiz submitted the necessary paperwork to get on the ballot. Although an official party designation wasn't listed for Ortiz, he has been open about his political affiliations. He endorsed Donald Trump in May 2016 ahead of the presidential elections. He told TMZ Sports in November 2018 that he was hopeful of visiting the White House and that he had been supporting Trump since day one. Trump congratulated Ortiz following his victory over Alberto Rodriguez at last December's Combate Americas event. He said, "Congratulations, Tito Ortiz, on tonight's huge win. A great American patriot." And he tweeted
American Mexican patriot, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Right? Because isn't it both flags that he... come on with this guy. Are you serious?
So you want to go to Huntington Beach?
No way, man.
Why?
No way, Tito.
I think it'd be so fun.
I would like to visit, yes, but not with Tito and running around having a say.
Dana White says Conor McGregor is retired, but discusses a potential return. Bwomp, womp, womp.
You know he's coming back. All right, so let's move on. I mean, we all know he's coming back.
But
a potential return.
But Dana White has plans.
But does he say anything juicy? I mean, no. We're all in the same boat. We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anything? I mean, listen, he's coming back. We know it. He's going to wait for the big money fight. We went through this. So, Conor, keep praying, whatever you're doing over there. I don't know what that's about. What the hell is up with the suit? How much do you think that suit's worth, Jesse? That ugly-ass...
It's great. What are you talking about? It looks like
a grandparent's couch.
It looks like my grandma's carpet.
Yeah. Wait, your grandmother has pussy hair?
Okay. My grandma's curtains.
Oh.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Your grandmother's pussy looks like this? All right. Oh, God.
Bigfoot Silva is set to return to MMA in Florida.
Why? This guy, come on, man, hang it. If anyone should hang it up, it's Bigfoot. Have you seen his last, 3 or 4 fights? Horrific. What are we doing, Bigfoot? Well, who's gonna let this guy fight? Where's he fighting? Tell me, Jesse.
Florida. According
figures.
to Bloody Elbow, the former Strikeforce and UFC heavyweight contender has signed a contract with Brazil-based promotion Toro MMA, and he'll take on a former LFA heavyweight Brett Martin on a card in Florida.
Oh, my God.
An official press release confirmed the news on Monday following an initial report from Combate. There's no way or no other way to sugarcoat it. Silva is totally shot. He's on a 5-fight losing streak in MMA, and he has repeatedly suffered knockout losses across multiple combat sports.
Like brutal losses, like brutal knockouts.
Bigfoot was ludicrously matched up against Rico Verhoeven in Glory Kickboxing and was inevitably stopped in 2 rounds. Last year, he went to Bare Knuckle FC and was knocked out by Gabriel Gonzaga.
That was vicious.
Stretching back to 2014, he has been knocked out or TKO'd in 8 of his 10 fights across MMA, kickboxing, and bare knuckle boxing. He admittedly took the Verhoeven fight bout because he needs money. One can only assume that's the reason he remains active in fighting.
He got busted for steroids too, didn't he?
I'm not
Shopping during a pandemic.
I think that was his downfall too.
Kanoto, I am not only doing Peruvian flake, but I also have some stamped Lebanon hash and a 1/4 ounce of vintage 1980s vintage Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie.
Maui Wowie. Ooh. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Rest. Shout out to the people coming back. 150 hanging with us as we first stream conked out because of the internet. We're back in business. Make sure you like, share, do all that stuff. You know how the game plays. The game works.
So Martin has the most heavyweight and heavyweight honors.
Super chat.
Is he?
Every single time fans pick the other guy to beat Khabib, but then he ends being 5 times better. You think people will learn SMH?
You
I
would think.
concur.
Because and people just want to see the O go. That's what it is. And when the O does go, or if the O does go, then people want to say, I told ya. People love to be the I told ya. There are a lot of people out there that always pick the other guy, the underdog, because when the underdog wins, they're like, I told ya that happened.
Yeah, that's what they like.
In this community, who is an I told ya? Name one person. Rat him out. Who would it be? Male or female?
Kevin from Chicago.
He's an I told ya?
He's 100% And you want to know something about Kevin?
Oh, boy.
Sorry, Kevin. I love you, dude. I think you're awesome, but I'm gonna call you out here. Sometimes, Kevin, you don't make public what your picks are, and then when someone wins, you just call up on the phone lines going, "Oh, I knew he was gonna win. I told you guys he was gonna win, but you never told us before the fight that he was actually gonna win. So we're just going based off trusting you."
So he's an I told ya.
Sorry, Kevin.
There's a lot of people. As a host, it's fun to do it. But then the problem is everyone keeps on ragging on you for making bad pick after bad pick.
Yeah.
So it's a little tricky as a host. But as a someone that just hangs out on social media, it's a fun move because no one remembers who you picked in the past, and then you can just prance around saying, "Hey, I told you." I told you. I guess it's fun. Yeah. All right, move on from Bigfoot. Petr Yan. I told you Yan was gonna win.
Piotr.
No, I didn't tell you. I picked Aldo.
So Petr Yan is blasting Cody Garbrandt for running away to flyweight.
I hope Garbrandt
Shopping
knocks his head
during
off.
a pandemic.
I would love to see Cody knock his head off. I don't know why. He seems like a nice guy.
I got Bigfoot by milk squirt to the eye of his opponent in the first. How about Paige and Thiago Alves getting into BKB? I want to see Paige get her face sliced open so bad, but I feel bad that Alves has fallen so far from grace.
But
It's good for us though.
Is it confirmed though that Paige is in BKB? I heard that she
I
was
thought you had a
talking
story
about
on
it, and
What?
yeah, it was posted on the website. I didn't repost it. It was already on there.
Oh,
Someone else posted it.
I thought that was a story you were going to do.
Yeah.
No? All right.
It's
Let's
on
talk
there.
about it.
It's on the website. Someone posted it.
All right. So Paige Van Zandt going to bare knuckle. The reason why I didn't talk about it is because I thought it could be a story. We'll talk about it now. I think that Paige and bare knuckle, it's not official, by the way, but bare knuckle has approached Paige. And please, Paige, I don't want to see you in Bellator. I want to see you in bare knuckle. Then I'm in. Because if I have a chance.
You just want to see her get the shit kicked out of her.
If I have a chance to see Paige get pieced up in bare knuckle, where do I sign to watch that? So Paige, please prove me wrong
She's
and
gonna
go there and
follow
win.
her hubby. She's gonna follow him to Bellator.
But what if
This-
Bare Knuckle like opens up the wallets, you know, and they say, "Hey,
yeah,
listen."
they're gonna open up the wallets to help her pay for the hospital bills after she gets done with her
Great.
first fight.
Could you imagine Paige Van Zandt's face? The thing is, it's very dangerous because her face is her moneymaker.
Yeah,
And going
she's
over
a-
to Bare Knuckle, you're just risking everything, you know?
Especially since she's an Instagram model, is what she likes to call it. I don't know if it would be the most affordable option for her. You know?
If I was a betting man, I would say Paige is not going to take the offer from Bare Knuckle. But Betch Rawlings did. She
But-
did and became a champ over there.
But
And then went
Beth
right to
Rawlings
Bellator.
or Paige Van Zandt, who's prettier?
Well, think about this. Paige might do what Rawlings did. Might do the same thing. Win a belt over there and then run over to Bellator. Because that's what Rawlings did. You know? So maybe Paige goes over there, fights a can, collects a paycheck, and then runs off to Bellator, hangs out with hubby. That might be the move. You know?
Mm.
And I hope she goes for that. I'm trying to talk her into it.
Oh, yeah, it's not gonna
Paige,
happen.
you should do it. So Petr Yan versus
So-
Garbrandt. Is this guy? Is
Yeah.
the ball rolling forward? Are we doing this?
UFC bantamweight champ Petr Yan and Cody Garbrandt continue to chirp at each other. Garbrandt, a former UFC 135-pound champ. Whoa. Wow,
Oh, yeah,
scary.
you gotta get that. Can you get that real quick, or I'll get it?
I got it.
All right, hold on. We have a technical malfunction. Did it pull the light? Command strips are the.
No, it's not the command strip.
They're from the devil.
The sticker from the battery pack came off.
Wait, the sticker from the battery pack?
Yeah.
Wait, don't put that back on though.
The command strip's fine.
Actually, you know what you can do, Jess? Pull it off of the corner over there, and then put it on the. Just rest it on that one down there. So yeah, we're in the new studio now, but we didn't run all the wires. You could put the soundboard on the other side, I guess, right?
No.
You can't? You can't put the soundboard on the other side? All right, hold on a second. Let me walk across the desert. I'll be right back.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
Okay. Anyway. Yeah, it's a shit show. We're running a shit show until we get our studio completely put together, but we're in it, so that's a good sign. We're in our studio.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, talk to me, chat. Before Jesse gets back into the news, what do we got going on? Let's chat. Hey, Brett, what's up, Brett? Brett Baratheon, thank you. I mean, yeah, it's green screen, so you can't see. But what we'll do is we're gonna do some more phone streams too. So we're going to Texas Veterans Camp in the background. Yeah, that actually was something we were thinking. So we were thinking for like patron packages and stuff like that, where in our backgrounds we can incorporate some of our patrons. That would be cool. Actually, I was thinking about it. I didn't talk about it with Jesse. Jess, what do you think about that idea? I'll talk about it when she gets back. I think that'd be fun. Or some members, perks or some shit like that, where you can kind of be like in the background on one of these things. I think that'd be fun. But yeah, we could do a lot of shit here. Like we can see Jesse's walking. Just go look at the mountains for a second. Go take a peek. What's going on there? You don't want to take a peek? The sun hasn't really moved. It's kind of weird though. The donkey's coming. Anyway, all right, I'll get back into the news as equipment's falling off our wall.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ruben says put the studio name, the person who. But yeah, we could do that. Yeah, put the studio name.
Put the studio name where?
And I mean, we have the studio like Sonosi, Solstice. We throw them up over here. But he's saying for here, we should put this.
No.
It's like a one-off donation. That's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but we have their name on the thumbnail. Why do they have to be on every single scene of the show?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Sonosi wants blood. I want a vial of blood. If I rename the studio again, give me a vial of your blood. And then
Shopping
sign.
during a pandemic.
D-Rest.
I see Kevin in the chat. Do a save the show and open up the phone lines so I can hear that non-donating wannabe expert ramble on about his mind-numbing thoughts.
Yikes. Shots fired.
Ouch, man. All right. Thank you, D-Rest, and thank you to everyone donating. You guys are all wonderful. Thank you for coming back to the stream, the second stream, as the first one conked out. So appreciate your return to the party.
So Garbrandt wasn't impressed, poking at the champion's performance by calling him too slow. No Love then responded to a fan suggesting that he should fight Yan next, saying that the two have unfinished business in reference to a backstage altercation at UFC 245. But it appears that Garbrandt has diverted his attention back to the idea of dropping down to flyweight, showing interest in a potential fight with newly crowned UFC 125-pound champ Davison Figueiredo. The way Yan sees it, Garbrandt is dodging him and ripped him for wanting to compete for the flyweight title instead. There's a tweet.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Petr Yan, he did a very nice job on Aldo. And he deserves a strap, with it being vacated. So congratulations to the Yan. But like Volkanovski, I kind of don't care. It's weird. Maybe he's going to be a good champ, but I
agree with him, though, that Garbrandt kind of ran.
Chat.
I said flyweight before bantamweight.
Rumor is Khamzat versus Cowboy at UFC 252.
Whoa!
Wait.
My God.
Damn
Is that
it.
a story? Is that a really story? What are we
We'll
shushing?
get to it.
Get to it right now. Izzy, thank you. Is that really the rumor? I know they want to turn him around quick, but tell me that is true.
The UFC, according to ESPN.com, is working to add rising star Khamzat Chimaev to UFC 252.
Oh, you had this?
I have this story right here.
Oh, my goodness. Good donation.
UFC newcomer Khamzat Chimaev has already set the world on fire, recording 2 wins in 11 days this month at Fight Island in Abu Dhabi. It was the quickest successful turnaround in UFC history, and both the company and the fighter are looking to keep that momentum going. UFC President Dana White told ESPN he is working on booking Chimaev his 3rd Octagon appearance at UFC 252 on August 15th in Las Vegas, although he did not name an opponent.
Oh, my God.
Chimaev, who is currently back home in Sweden, confirmed to ESPN on Tuesday he is willing to fight on August 15th and is looking to apply for the necessary visa. Chimaev said, "Nobody said say to me I have to fight. I hear the interview, but I'm waiting to see if my manager Ali is calling me. We will see." Dana said to start work tomorrow for a visa.
Wait, his manager's Ali too?
Yeah, to come to the
my
USA.
goodness. He's getting all the beards.
Wonderful, wonderful.
A former amateur wrestler, Chimaev submitted John Phillips in a middleweight bout at UFC Fight Night on July 15th and came back with a knockout against Rhys McKee in a welterweight contest on July 25th.
Oh, man.
The 26-year-old intends to fight primarily at welterweight moving forward, but would like to win titles in both weight classes.
All right, so there's no truth to this story being real, though. There's no breaking news that it's going to happen. Anything Brett Hokahomo
Well, he has
said?
to get a visa first for that to happen.
Oh, my goodness. Don't you think Cowboy... I mean, listen. Think about Hernandez, right? Hernandez was on top of the game. He was rising up. Everyone said he was going to smash Cowboy, and Cowboy just made him look stupid. Maybe Cowboy can get it done again.
Shopping during a pandemic.
In this situation, nah.
Whoa, DRS coming for Kevin now? Manlet on manlet crime. When will the violence stop?
Oh, my goodness. Mario Nagasaki, thank you. Jesus. What's going on? By the way, if Cowboy... You know what? Okay, my initial thoughts is don't take this fight. You're going to get destroyed, right? That's my initial thoughts. And then I think of it this way. If Cowboy just does a number on this kid that everyone is sucking off, right? That puts Cowboy right up there again. Like, people could be like, thank God, Cowboy. Thank fucking God. Shutting
Why?
everyone up. Because here's the thing. You would think this is a lose-lose situation for him, but right now Cowboy's losing everything, right? Conor took his soul. Gaethje pummeled him into the mat. Like, he's just not looking good right now. So if he takes a fight against a hype train and then shushes everyone up, everyone's putting a belt around this guy's waist,
Well,
so if he comes in there and says, nah, it's not happening, guys.
apparently this guy is just good in every aspect. Like, it's not like most hype trains where, hype trains usually the fighter has a weakness here or there, and it gets exposed at some point. Apparently, Chimaev is just all around good at everything. Like, there's nothing that he's bad at, and everybody's like raving about him when it comes to other fighters.
We haven't really seen much, really. We've just seen him get you down and beat the shit out of you.
Other fighters who fight with him in the gym and stuff are saying like he's
probably
the
is.
next best thing.
Yeah, he's probably good.
So I don't know. I don't think Cowboy's got that mentality of thank God. I don't think it's.
What do you mean, thank God? No, I'm saying if Cowboy beats this guy, that just puts Cowboy right up there again. Like, Cowboy's a stud all over again.
But he's not. Honestly, I don't see him beating this guy.
But how do you... Well, all right, I'm just playing devil's advocate right now.
I'm just going based off of what his fellow fighters have been saying about him inside the gym.
Shopping
and what
during
his
a
last 2 fights look like.
D-Rest.
The violence stops when I find you, Mario. Fake Italian bitch.
Oh my God, D-Rest is filing. He's firing back. Thank you, D-Rest.
Wonderful,
My
wonderful.
goodness, what's going on here? Okay, so Chimaev, we haven't seen anything from this guy. We've seen 2 fights that lasted a total of what? I mean, did they even last a minute? Like, it's kind of crazy what this guy has done to his opponents. But they're both cans that he fought, people that were put in there to lose. Dana White was trying to hype up this kid from Ireland. Even if the kid was good, he came in there with 6 days' notice, flew to Abu Dhabi. Like, I mean, the whole situation was meant for Chimaev to win. So I don't know, man. It seems like he's being fed these people. Now, you can say he's being fed Cerrone because Cerrone looks like trash in his last couple of fights. But there is some part of me that has to think that if Cowboy takes this fight, he's like, wait, hold on a second. If I beat this kid, I shut everyone the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
I shut his fans up. I shut everyone up. You know, I think this is a perfect fight for Cowboy to take. Even
Okay.
if he loses to a hype train. You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
I told you what I think.
Oh, all right. Let's see what the chat said.
Oskark says, oh no, this means the return of Conor talking shit on Twitter. James Saris says the Khamzat hype just shows how good Khabib actually is. They see a Muslim guy from the same part of the world with the same style and everyone says he's going to be champ. It's Khabib hype. Let's see. MMA Striker says people swear Chimaev is a god. It's that guy says, hey Moss, as a New York fan, what did you think of Joel Kelly in last night's game throwing at the cheating Astros?
Fook the Astros.
Moronic Emergency says fake Russian loses. Khabib time says Cowboy will get mauled Khabib style. NH dropping the Cowboys in the chat. Kanoto, I think D-Rest can fold a quarter with his fingers. Kevin from Chicago, put the fake Russian in there with a young hungry killer like rest of the newcomers. Flat Earth Deacon says he may NH. Ruben Rivera says that they might be feeding the Russian a ranked dude, but Cowboy winning revives him. The hype train, gatekeeper, killer.
That would be great. It's true, man. Give the man a belt. Give Cowboy the hype train killer belt. Yeah. It kind of makes sense. At first, when this fight, when the donation came in, you said you had a story. My first thought is, oh my God, Cowboy's going to die. But then the logical, very smart MMA fan came into play over here. And he says, wait, hold on a second. Cowboy's days are numbered, yes. But is this kid that good? And can Cowboy get back on that horse and ride off into the sunset with a dub against a guy that everyone is sucking off? It's interesting.
Mm.
But if he gets smashed, I mean, what are you going to do? He could say he loses to a guy that might be a champion. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, though. I kind of like it. And Cowboy's got some good groundwork, Do you think Cowboy can get out of a bad situation with this kid on the ground? You think he can slip out, or does he get smashed?
No, I think Chimaev is probably he's gonna have the advantage here.
My only concern is this. You saw how Cowboy looked against Darren Till. Darren Till just ran right through him. He was a hype train. He ran through Cowboy. Kind of like what Conor did. Conor did it quicker, of course, because Conor's the best. Right, Conor? Yes, but, I mean, think about it.
You didn't like what you heard? Conor's not the best?
Tried to catch Khabib.
Yeah.
Couldn't get him. All right, anyway. Let's move on. Jesse wants to grow a beard. Jesse would love me even more if I grew a beard like this. What would you do one day? You know what I should do? I have an idea.
Please don't grow a beard like that.
I have an idea, Jess. Like, for the next Khabib fight, if I feel Khabib's going to lose the fight and we bet against each other, I have to grow the Khabib beard. Like, I have to just shave out all this.
No.
And go, brother.
No. Absolutely not.
But I have to feel confident.
I will divorce you.
Just take this out.
No.
And go, brother.
Not happening.
And I have to not shower for many days to get the full...
Shopping during a pandemic.
Nobody knows I can fold a quarter. Who are you? But actually I can do a dime, son.
Wow. T-Rest is powerful. All right, let's move on.
Okay. So, you're going to have to go back up a little bit now that we skipped.
Sure.
Okay. So Alexander Volkanovski is speaking out on the Max Holloway Trilogy. Some people are calling for the Max Holloway Trilogy again, and it looks like Volkanovski is backing out of that third fight, saying, basically his quote was, "What? We're just gonna keep fighting until Max wins."
Yeah, I don't blame him. It's so stupid. Like, Max won the last fight, but who cares? I mean, 2-0, buddy. Move on. Yeah, Volkanovski should just say fuck off.
The rematch between Volkanovski and Holloway was decidedly a close battle, with many fans and media members believing Holloway had done enough to reclaim the title. As such, earlier this week, UFC President Dana White told ESPN that it's hard not to give Holloway an immediate rematch, despite having officially lost twice. However, Volkanovski is not a fan of that idea. He said, quote, "It's pretty clear that, like, you win back-to-back, 2 wins in a row. To make a third one, it just really doesn't make sense, especially right now. Again, we know the last fight was close, but the judges gave me the decision, and that's that. And in the first fight, even though it was competitive, I pretty clearly won that fight. So to just give him another rematch straight away and put the division on hold, it just doesn't make any sense. It was a close fight, and I understand why people want to see the fight again, but at the same time, I won twice back-to-back. So it just doesn't really make sense right now.
It's such a slap in the face.
It's something that it can definitely be a big fight in the future as well, but for right now, I've got a division that I want to hold, and I don't want to keep on hold, so I want number one contenders. I want some fresh blood in there, so we'll see who that is." To be fair, White anticipated Volkanovski's reaction, saying, "I'm sure Volkanovski doesn't love the idea." However, White comes back to the idea that given the close nature of their 2 previous bouts, a third fight is the fight fans want to see right now in the featherweight division. The champion disagrees, saying, "Look, man, I gave Max a rematch for them. The UFC didn't give me anything else but the rematch. My team weren't too happy about that, but again, I ended up saying, you know what, there's no one else. I still think this is the biggest fight for me on the card as well, because there's no clear number ones. So I think that was the biggest fight, and that's why I wanted to do it. So we ended up making it worth it on a big card like it was. We made it happen. I probably would maybe consider it if there was no other fight and this was the fight that everyone wanted, but it seems like everyone wants us to move on anyway. The division needs to play out, and we got a whole division. There's so many of us. We've got 15 people that are ranked for a reason. And
Best of 7.
we've got 15 people that are ranked for a reason, and what? We're just going to keep fighting until Max wins? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, man. It's so ridiculous. It's so stupid. Anyway, you got Zabit, you got Brian Ortega, you got the Korean Zombie, you got Yair, you got Cater. You got these guys here that you can throw in the mix, although you do have fighters that will be competing against each other. But it's time to move on.
I agree.
You know, or just have Max win another fight and Volkanovski defend his belt or whatever, or lose and then throw Max in the mix. But come on, guys, we did it already twice. I like Max a lot, but damn, they are being nasty with this guy. This is the weirdest they've ever treated a champ. Let's be serious. Yeah. Volkanovski's getting the shaft. And what doesn't make sense is he's outside of the U.S. So you think, hey, he brings in the, what is he, from New Zealand?
Australia, right?
He's from Australia. You got the Australia audience. Like, that's a tough MMA audience. They love MMA. I mean, you got Izzy. You got Volkanovski. Wouldn't you want more champions like that to bring people in from all over the world? And they just have no faith in Volkanovski.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't really have much of a personality. He does, but he doesn't. He bores the fuck out of me.
He's not very watchable.
But maybe I just don't get him. I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't be alone in that pool of people.
I don't think they've ever treated a champ as bad as they treated him. Tyron Woodley, Jesus Christ. Tyron Woodley, jeez. You thought they were racist against black people. They're racist against white Australian people, clearly. All right. Move on.
So Dan Hardy responded to Herb Dean's defense of the stoppage.
Oh, wait, I got the audio. Hold on.
Oh, you do?
There it is. A little bit more. Okay. Okay, that was it. What do you take from that, Jesse?
Okay. According to MMA Fighting, Dan Hardy responds to Herb Dean's defense of the stoppage, saying accountability needs to be taken. Here we go. Now, answering Dean's video defending his stoppage of Francisco Trinaldo versus Jay Herbert at UFC on ESPN 14, Hardy broke down footage on the fight to back his claim that Dean stepped in late and said his reaction to the fight was a human response. Now, Hardy said this: I don't want to do his job. I want him to do his job. I want him to be prepared to do his job. And if unfortunately a situation like this happens when he doesn't do his job, to not make an excuse video about it and try and pass it off as somebody else's fault. That's not helping anybody.
Oh my God. I'm hating this guy even more.
All the best to Dan, Dean said. This is Herb Dean, by the way. He said, whatever he's doing, I hope it's doing well for him. I don't have anything to say. Right? Now, this is after someone reached for a comment from Herb Dean.
All the best. Well, at least he said all the best. That's nice of him.
Hardy countered several statements Dean made in defense of the stoppage, among them Herbert's physical reaction when he was dropped before the end of the fight. Dean said the British fighter's body language indicated he could continue, but Hardy attributed it to an involuntary physiological reaction to brain trauma, fencing response, that frequently happens when fighters are knocked out. Hardy refuted Dean's claim that Herbert was tracking his opponent after falling down, noting, quote, if he was tracking his opponent, then those successive shots wouldn't have landed as clean. Hardy said in a fencing response, quote, this is the response that referees need to recognize. Providing a play-by-play of the stoppage and its aftermath, Hardy gave his side of what happened during the confrontation. He said he exclaimed that that's 2 times, referring to an earlier stoppage he disputed in Tanner Boser versus Rafael Pessoa, and stood out of his seat. He said Dean tried to quiet him down.
Pandemic.
D-Rest.
Fuck the Aussies, I hate Sean Hart and his brother, because his accent is way the fuck better than my dumbass mafia New York City crazy.
They do have a cool accent. Thank you. Thank you.
He said Dean tried to quiet him down, which he said proved that the referee didn't mistake him for commission official or cornerman as claimed in the defense video. He said Dean approached him afterward, which initiated the confrontation caught on microphones. Hardy said, quote, he knew exactly who had shouted that out, so to say that it could have been anybody, it could have been the corner team, it just doesn't stand. It just doesn't stand. Couched in his criticism of the veteran referee in several fights.
Wait, can we just pause it for a sec? So he said that Dean clearly knew it was him.
Yeah.
Is he that self-absorbed that he thinks in the middle of a fight, he's just like, oh, that must be Dan Hardy. Some lunatic screaming, stop the fight. How the fuck is Herb supposed to know? There's still a bunch of people in the building.
He said because Herb Dean tried to quiet him down.
Okay. Wait, so he was going on and on.
So Dan Hardy was yelling, stop the fight. Herb Dean turned around to try and quiet him down because this was the second time that Hardy was screaming something in the middle of the event.
Yeah. How does he know, though? Like, Herb Dean, he hears someone screaming. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm doing my job. Yada, yada, yada. Like, what? He thinks he gives a fuck that it's Dan Hardy? Like, no one gives a fuck that Dan Hardy's on the side. You think Herb Dean, while 2 people are beating the shit out of each other, he's going to turn around and be like, hey, is that Dan Hardy screaming? Better listen. Like, what the fuck? Is this guy delusional? Delusional Hardy? Is this not ridiculous? Am I losing my mind here?
Well, Hardy continued. Hardy indicated there was a lapse in judgment, and Dean's denial of wrongdoing prompted a response. He said, quote, Herb needs to understand that there was a mistake made here, and there needs to be accountability that needs to be taken.
You made the mistake.
It's just
you act like a monkey.
It's just a learning opportunity, and if it's not taken as a learning opportunity, then we're all losing, especially fighters and brain cells. We need to upgrade the awareness of some of these officials, and we also need to hold them accountable for situations like this when they can't take it upon themselves to do it. If Herb wants a conversation with this, it's an open forum. It's not an attack on Herb. Had Herb not put a video out being very nonchalant about the fact that it wasn't a very early stoppage, proves to me that he's not going to learn from this circumstance.
Did Dan Hardy address the fact that Herb Dean said he spoke to the doctor after the fight, and the doctor said it was a good stop?
Well,
a doctor. Did Dan Hardy bring that up? I didn't know. Is Dan Hardy a doctor?
He
Dr.
continued,
Dopey? Is that what he is?
He continued on by saying it's important that he learns from this circumstance because we all need to learn from this circumstance.
Yeah, you do. Apologize, dickface.
Can referees be trained
Shopping
to listen
during
to two
a
things?
pandemic.
Oh my God. Address the doctor thing, please, Dan.
Mafia New York crazy? That's how D's Nuts described his voice? He sounds like an old Jewish half-a-fag Joe Jesse that eats cigarettes.
All right.
Okay.
Back to the show. Thank you, Mario Nagasaki. Appreciate that.
He said, can referees be trained with listen to two things? Can they have a horn for the end of the round? We've got a clapper for 10 seconds. Why can't we not have a different sound from the commission to be like, dude, that's enough? maybe like a bell or the swing of a bloody scythe or something. I don't know. We need something in there so other people have access to stop the
This
fight.
guy's digging his grave.
Me and my brother watch all the fights and we always look for Herb's big screw ups. It's really enjoyable because it happens on every card.
You know, thank you, Jonathan. Here's the thing. All the refs screw up. If you think about all the fights they do,
It's not an easy job.
Not just in the UFC. It's a human element to the game here. Now, in this fight over here, what's his name? Herbert, the guy that
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think it was Herbert. He was completely fine after it. Completely fine. It wasn't like he died or he got brain damage from this situation. He's fine. He's completely healthy. The doctor cleared it, said it's all right. Refs do make mistakes. Yes, they do make mistakes. That's what the beauty of these fights. I complain about mistakes. Jesse complains. We all complain about mistakes. If you have a robot there or this bizarre, it's just part of the game. Herb Dean is one of the best still. There are a handful of fights I could bring up that are like, that was questionable. But when you think about it, when you have a big fight, one of the guys you want to see there is Herb Dean. Who else do you want to see? Dan Miragliotta. How many times is that guy fucked up? I love Dan. Met him. Great guy from Jersey. Fantastic guy. But he's fucked up so many fights.
All refs fuck up. Is
Exactly.
The point.
Exactly.
Mark Goddard, Dan Miragliotta, Herb Dean, what's his face? The other guy with the fucking tattoos and the red alcoholic face.
Peterson.
Thank you.
Everyone makes a mistake here and there. It happens. It happens. Either they stop it too early, stop it too late. It happens, and we all yell and scream about it because we're fans and we're allowed to. We're the paying customer. This man over here is being paid to do a job. This man here.
He's paid to talk in a microphone, not rough a fight.
To all of a sudden just try to interrupt the fight when, no, you're supposed to be telling us what's happening. You're not supposed to go fucking complete ape shit. It's not your job. And you look like an idiot because the doctor said it's fine. It was a perfectly fine stop. Dude, put the shovel down.
Hardy should feel embarrassed. Stop being a pants.
That's
He
the
really-
thing. That's what he's doing right now, and I don't think he understands. Like, he thinks he's just defending himself and defending his case and stuff, but all he's doing is making himself look like a complete fucking jackass who just keeps bitching about the same thing over and over again. And it's honestly, like, it is extremely embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him, and in a lot of ways, I respect the fact that he's trying to protect a fighter, but I disrespect the fact of how he handled the entire situation, the fact that he keeps going and he won't stop making himself look like a douchebag.
Let me make
Shopping
this very clear.
during a pandemic.
De-rest.
I shall have a lit cigarette in my mouth when I dead you my eye faggo guy.
Whoa, Jesus Christ. That's brutal. Thank you, D-Rest. Jesse's a big Dan Hardy fan. As an analyst, a commentator,
I love him.
she loves Dan Hardy. She's always spoke very highly. Anytime someone says who's one of the best play-by-play guys or whatever, not
Analysts.
color commentators or whatever, or analysts, she always throws Dan Hardy in the mix. For her to be throwing shade at Hardy shows you that the guy is being a fucking penis.
Yeah, he's being an asshole.
Is
it
he
takes
married?
a lot. It takes a lot for me to be like, for me to flip the script on someone that I thoroughly enjoy watching.
The guy's, and like Roberto Lopez says in the chat, his analyst is awesome. Yes, the guy is super knowledgeable about the game. He really is. The guy X's and O's is fantastic. Really is a smart guy. Was a good fighter as well. But I think he's lost his shit. Too many headshots or something. Like if he's married or his girlfriend, they got to pull him aside and say, hey, listen, Dan, pull yourself together. You're like a psychopath right now. Just either, if you're not going to apologize, just let it go. You're digging your grave, dickhead. It's a bad look.
Yeah, I don't like it. I
I
don't
mean,
like it.
the good news is he's staying in the news, right? People are talking about him.
He's staying in the news because he's keeping himself there.
Yeah, maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he wants the fucking attention. Maybe he wanted the attention so much in that fight that he had to jump around like a fucking ape. and throw his own feces at Herb Dean. Did you see that? I couldn't believe it. He scooped poop from his ass cheeks and threw it at Herb Dean. I mean, dude, you don't have to throw shit at the ref. But yeah, he thought that was a good idea.
Dan the diva.
Dan the dung flinger. Hardy. Jesus Christ. He's going to be known for this. He needs to stop. It's crazy. What else did he say? I want to yell at him some more.
Okay. So he said maybe like a bell or a swing of a bloody Sith or something. I don't know. We need something in there so other people have access to stop that fight because it shouldn't be on me. I don't want to be in that position. Well, he put himself in that position. He says, and for me to be chastised about being the smartest person in the room and being Superman is not being Superman. It's about being human. It's not about, or it's about being an understanding of the job that needs to be done, because apparently he understands how to be a referee. We need to make sure we're checking on everybody to make sure they're getting enough sleep. It's a difficult job to do. We have 15 fights to call. One fight is exhausting. To be a referee for one fight is exhausting. We need to check on the referees. We complain about judges all the time. Referees are important because they're our first responders. They're the ones that have to jump in there. And if they're not, then we're the ones that have to make a say. It's very pop culture right now, unfortunately, but it crosses into every aspect. People need to speak up if they see something that is not right. Herb needs to be able to interject and save these fighters.
Right on, Dan. Right on. That was beautiful.
Amen.
Oh, fucking Dan Hardy. Oh, my God. Well, I need more of this in my life because it gives us something to talk about. More Dan Hardy, please. Imagine Joe Rogan doing that. I mean, Joe Rogan's pretty opinionated.
Honestly,
Joe Rogan's
I couldn't
never done
imagine any of our commentators doing that. I couldn't even imagine Dan Hardy doing that. Now, I don't know. I guess anybody's willing to do anything.
We've seen Joe Rogan throw fits and go crazy on the side. He's never tried to interrupt a fight. The guy's fucking nuts. The guy's out of his mind. You, Dan Hardy, out of your mind. All right, I think we roasted him enough, right?
This poor guy.
Super chat.
You want to kick him some more or no?
Paul is says at the end, this is pissing me off.
Paul is says at the end, what?
You talking about Paul Felder? This is pissing me off. Maybe he's talking about what Felder said? I don't know. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but Paul is says. All right, let's move on.
Okay, last story, Moss. Frankie Edgar versus Pedro Munoz has been rescheduled again and will headline the August UFC card.
Frankie with the fro.
Yes. An upcoming bantamweight fight between Frankie Edgar and Pedro Munoz has faced another rescheduling, as it will now headline a UFC fight night on August 22nd. Combate first reported the news. Edgar and Munoz were first scheduled to meet at UFC 251 on July 11th. UFC had a change of plan and decided to move the 135-pound clash to a later Fight Island card, but the rebooking didn't work to plan when Munoz tested positive for COVID-19. The promotion then booked Edgar and Munoz to fight the upcoming UFC 252 pay-per-view on August 15th, but the fight now has yet another date headlining the Fight Night card in Las Vegas on August 22nd. It's a milestone bout for Edgar, as it will mean the answer has fought every year in the promotion since 2007. The former lightweight champ has had a disappointing 2019, losing a decision to Max Holloway for the featherweight title and being stopped by the Korean Zombie in December. Munoz suffered his first defeat in 3 fights when he dropped his decision to Aljamain Sterling June of last year. The young Punisher picked up a stoppage wins against former champ Cody Garbrandt and Brian Caraway before the loss to Sterling.
All right, let's see if Frankie can get back in the win column. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's funny. Who said it? Life and Logic said Edgar embarrassed Yair Rodriguez. Remember that shit? That shocked a lot of people. He knocked him the fuck out. That was crazy, man. That was crazy. Frankie's pulled some things out of his back pocket, surprised a lot of people, had a very good career, legend of the sport. But, you know, a lot of people are saying his better days are behind him. He moves down a weight class. Pedro Munoz, sort of interested. Who knows? Who knows, Jesse? I mean,
who knows?
Who knows? We'll watch and see what he can do there. Look at this. That's the gaming stream.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, it was a weird one. Yeah, the freaking second stream. We bounced back. We bounced back And yeah, I know. I said he knocked it. He finished him. Sorry, he embarrassed him. That's what I'm saying. Frankie Edgar, when he fought Yair Rodriguez, I was on the Yair boat. I was like, yeah, this guy's gonna be the real deal. Yeah. And then look at that happen. And then look at the Korean Zombie. What the Korean Zombie did to Yair, right? Korean was destroying him, and then all of a sudden, bam! Like what? The hell just happened there? You never know in this game. So who knows? Maybe Frankie can come back and make things interesting again. Lower weight class. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, we're going to move on. Here's the thing. We got a lot of technical stuff to get through tonight. So we're going to cut this shit short and work through the kinks. But we do appreciate the company. Happy birthday, Kainoto, from the mountains of Arizona. It feels nice over here to be in our new studio, and we have a lot of shows to get to. Yeah. If you look at the upcoming schedule, you got the Contender Series and events up the wazoo. Look at this.
You may or may not see some test streams from us in the near future.
Yeah, and
also
also
to figure this shit out.
I want to start kicking up the phone streams a little bit more too. Give you some behind-the-scenes action. Show you what's going on here. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And what is this? The hell is that? What did I click?
I don't know.
I don't want to know how to watch. We have a link in our description, right? We know how to watch.
Wonderful, wonderful.
You click the link in our description, ESPN Plus. You can see everything. ESPN Plus down below. Click the link and become
Wonderful, wonderful.
Olenek versus Lewis, August 7th, the day after Pop's birthday. Miocic Cormier, August 15th. And between all this, you have some Contender Series. How come they don't have the Contender Series? Is that going? When is the Contender Series?
August, I think. September, August or September, something like that.
Is it late August? Hold on, let's see. Got this next. You're going to have some stuff.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. It's next week.
August 4th.
So we'll be doing some reactions. Let's look at this. I don't know if this... Oh, yeah, you do. I think Goat Milk does do this.
Yeah, we can do it if you want.
It's up to Tapology, I got to say. Let's look at this one. When is William Knight fighting? Oh, boy, William Knight. Oh, by the way, Big Bear Knuckle news coming. I missed a call from a friend. But maybe we'll be able to drop that news over here.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Mike.
What a year. I have had my identity stolen twice this year.
Wow.
But my now 151 credit rating has appeared to deter those bastards. Dan Hardy should have beat up Herb Dean and showed him a proper stoppage.
He jumped in there and took him out. I think a lot of people would like to see that. Thank you, Mike. All right, so the Contender Series. How do we see? I want to see when William's fighting. Dana White's Contender Series. Let's take a peek. Which week is William on? William Knight. It's not on this one. Let's take a look. That's it, huh? I think John Gotti is supposed to be fighting too. Is he going to be thrown into this? John Gotti III is supposed to be thrown into the Contender Series as well. So here is when they're going to be. What do we got here? Oh, it's October. What the fuck? Wait, hold on a second. The fuck? Wait, I'm confused now, Jesse. Did they move it? Is it out of August? This is October and September. Oh, wait, these are old, right? Hold on a second. What am I talking about here? No. These previous years? What am I looking at?
I don't know, Moss.
Oh, it's 2020, yeah. Oh, these are the ones that were supposed to happen. Oh, this is all fucked up. It's all jammed up. Here's August 4th. They're all like mixed up and shit. All right. When we get the word, we'll tell you guys. Okay. All right, Chad. Thanks for joining us.
Yes,
and he touched me.
He touched me.
Make sure you like the stream. 68 likes. What are we doing here with a 156 watching? Like the stream. We'll be back when, Jesse?
On Friday night for Fook Off Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so make sure you guys tune in.
We're fooking off again, right?
Yeah.
You're losing?
No.
Yes?
No. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-hole.